Hey guys, welcome to your class for today. For today, I am doing a kind of a fusion class, a little bit of Pilates, a little bit of yoga, a little bit of stretching, and the focus is for improving our digestion or helping with bloating. I don't know about you, but sometimes after holidays or a little extra indulging, we can get really stiff and kind of achy, and then our digestion slows down, we get a little sluggish and bloated, but this is great if you deal with any sort of digestive issues, whether that's anything from different allergies, food allergies, intolerances, all the way to things like IBS and even endometriosis. So hopefully this is a really helpful video for you guys, but we're gonna get right into it. So go ahead and come over onto your hands and knees with me. And we're gonna start off in a little cat-cow position here. And if wrists are a concern, you can always make a little fist for your wrist instead of being on your palm. But we'll start with the hands right underneath the shoulders, the knees right underneath the hips. We'll take a nice deep inhale here. And on the exhale, just rounding the upper back, letting the tail and the head drop towards the mat. And then inhale, finding length and pulling that chest forward, lifting the head and tail. Exhale to round. And inhale, finding that length. Let's do two more. Just warming up our spines, waking everything up, and reaching it forward. One more time. Exhale, pulling the belly up, and inhale, finding that length, pausing here, coming back into neutral. From there, I want you guys to go ahead and same sort of movement, but we're gonna add the arm and leg into more of a bird dog position. So as we inhale, we're gonna reach the right arm and the left leg out and up, and exhale, pull the elbow towards the knee, round the spine, inhale, reach it out. Exhale, we pull, inhale to reach. So rounding that back and then finding that length. And reach, two more. And reach, one more, and reach. Set the hand down, set the knee down, find your balance, find that centered position, and then we go opposite. Left reaches, right leg goes back, find that length. Exhale, rounding up, inhale, reaching out, and reach. So the biggest thing with slow or sluggish digestion is really getting that movement going. We want to open up the body, get into some of those tight little pockets, and get everything flowing. Also though, going along with that movement, drink lots of water, pause there, bring it down, and really focus on healthy, balanced diet. From here, I want you to open the knees about the width of your mat, press it back, and just sit in a nice deep child's pose. Really reach the arms out long, forehead to the mat or the ground. Take a nice deep inhale, reaching out. Let your tailbone be heavy. And exhale, rolling it up. And I want you guys, we're gonna come into a pigeon pose here. So what I want you to do is bring those knees in, come back to all fours, but this time we're gonna take our right knee forward towards our right hand, and we're gonna cross the leg across the width of the mat here. Let the knee press down. If this feels like plenty, you'll stay here. Otherwise, we're gonna slide that left leg back, coming down into a nice deep pigeon, opening up through the hip. Stay here. I don't want us to go super deep for today. Feel free to adjust as you need. You can walk your hands forward. If you're really comfortable with pigeon, you can come all the way down, whatever works for you. But for today, we're just gonna stay right here, taking a couple deep breaths in. I want you to really think about that length. So imagine somebody's pulling you forward, opening up your chest. You'll feel the left hip open. You'll feel that right glute and hip get a nice stretch. One more deep inhale. On the exhale, press yourself up and back. Take that right knee back, and we switch sides. So that left knee comes forward towards the left hand, and the leg goes across the width of the mat. We find that pigeon, and we slide back into it. Again, focusing really on length here for our pigeon today, opening up rather than seeing how low we can go. Pulling that chest forward, a couple deep breaths in, just letting your body get heavy and settle into the stretch. One more deep inhale. And exhale, slowly coming out of your stretch. But before we change anything too crazy, bring that left foot to your mat. Keep your right knee back where it was. Find your balance. Coming into a nice big crescent stretch here. So I want you to allow your hips to slightly press forward towards that left heel. Make sure that your knee and your ankle are stacked one over the other and your knee isn't pressing out beyond your toes. Take a deep breath here, and as you find that balance, exhale, reach the arms up. Allow the hips to sink, lifting the chest towards the sky, letting the arms press back. Think about your hips squeezing toward each other here. So we're not collapsing in the pelvis, we're not collapsing into the low back, we're strong. Think about from your hips up, you're lifting, and from the hips down, they're pressing away into the ground. One more deep breath. And exhale, bring it down. We'll switch legs. So pressing that left foot back, stepping the right forward. Find that nice big width between your right heel and your left knee. And then finding that balance, pressing strong into that right heel. Lift it up, sweeping those arms. Find that length through your body, opening the front of the left hip, sinking into the hips. Feels good just to open up. Take another deep breath in. Good. And exhale, bring it all the way down. Step the knees back and go ahead and have a seat here. So I want you to sit up really tall. And if you need to, feel free to place a blanket or something underneath your hips so that you can sit really tall without collapsing or rounding into that low back. I want you to bring the knees in close to you, and they're about shoulder width apart, so they're a little bit wider here. Take an inhale, just pull yourself forward, really lifting the chest, lengthening through that whole spine so we're nice and long. As we exhale, I want you to feel the ribs close and feel that belly pulling in and up as if you're sitting up against a wall. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and on your exhale, you're gonna rotate towards me, opening the arms wide. And then inhale, come back through center, and exhale, rotate away from me, staying as tall as you can in that back. Inhale, we lift, and exhale, we twist. One more time, lifting up, exhale to twist, and on this one, come back to center. We're gonna let the knee fall out and allow a little bit more movement here. So as you exhale and twist, let the right knee fall out, and I want you to take your hand to the mat, rotate a little bit, pressing into that right knee and opening through the hips and thighs. And then inhale, come back to center, knees close, we lift up, rotate to the opposite side, and press the right hand gently into that left knee. You're gonna lift up and off of that right seat, getting a little bit of an opening and a stretch. Really open that right knee away from your left. Inhale, come back through center. Now we'll flow through it. Exhale, open. Nice little gentle twist. It feels really good to just open up the body here. And lift up and open. Good. Lift up top and open. One more set. Lift up, twist, open. Last time, lift up, twist, open. Come back to center, nice and tall, and let the legs reach out in front of you. Bring the legs about the width of your mat. Still up on your sit bones, flex your feet, pull your toes back towards you. Find that length again in your spine. It might be a little bit more pliable at this point because we're warming up. Take an inhale and reach those arms out in front. Open them wide to the side, and you're gonna do 3 pulses towards me as you twist. We'll exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, twist to the opposite side. So the whole point here as we're twisting is to keep the hips still, the legs from pulsing or moving, and to get all of that movement in our upper body, our upper back, and rotating that spine. You'll also notice that kind of percussive breath that goes with the movement. That really helps stimulate all the organs, your blood flow, gets everything moving, everything going. And exhale. Twisting movements are really essential for digestion. So we want to make sure we get plenty of those in our workout today. Last set, one to each side. Twist and center, twist, twist, twist. Find center, take a nice deep breath in, and bring those hands behind you. So I'm gonna have my fingertips facing out. I'm gonna close my legs, bringing my feet together. And I want you to think about pressing down into your hands and lifting your chest up. So you're setting into your upper back. You're working that upper back here. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Take an inhale and slowly begin to press your hips up toward the sky, pressing all 10 of your little toes into the mat. Then exhale, fold at the hips. Allow the hips to come all the way down to the mat. Take an inhale and press and lift up, opening through the front of the body. Exhale. Inhale, we press and lift up, strong through the upper back, opening through the shoulders, and lower it down. 2 more. We lift up. Big breath in. Exhale to bring it down with control so those shoulders are strong. Last time. Inhale. And exhale, bring it all the way down. Pausing here, sitting up really tall and opening those legs, again, about the width of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Flex your feet, pulling those toes back toward you. If you need to bend your knees, totally okay to do that. I'd rather bent knees than a bent back, right? So tall spine, bent knees are totally okay. Inhale, reach the arms to the front, and as you exhale, I want you to think about rounding or making your spine into a C shape. We're gonna exhale to dive forward, rounding the back as much as we can. And this includes your pelvis, so you wanna think about your tailbone tucking under you, pulling that belly button in and up, making that C shape with your body, pushing out through your heels, and then inhale, rebuild the spine. So you'll notice this one is not really about how far you can reach, but about how round you can get your back. Let's do that again. Exhale. Think about drawing your tailbone towards your head, shoulders over your hips, and inhale, rebuild like you're sitting up against a wall. 2 more. All of that air out. Inhale, rebuild it. 1 more. Exhaling all of that air, really drawing the belly in and up. Imagine somebody's hand around your waist, pulling you back as you're reaching forward. Inhale, rebuild that spine tall and lowering those arms down. Good job. From here, I want you guys to go ahead into a nice twist for me. So bring the legs together. We're gonna take the right knee, bending it, and I want you to actually cross it over your left thigh. Okay, so it's crossed over, the left leg is long, nice flexed foot, and I want you to wrap your left arm around your right knee. That could just be holding your shin, or you could come into a really tight bind here, holding onto the side of your thigh, whatever feels good for you and your body. Biggest thing is don't over twist. Listen to your body and twist where it feels good and it feels effective, but not overdoing it. Take an inhale and sit up tall. Find that hold, and then exhale, slowly rotate, bringing that right hand behind you, coming into a nice gentle twist. Let your gaze follow along with your spine, but don't over rotate through the neck. Now this right hand is active. I want you to push it into the mat. Imagine it's like a second spine lifting you taller as you rotate. A couple deep breaths into this twist. You should feel the sensation like it's an internal twist. It's happening inside your body. You're not forcing or shoving your body into a position it doesn't want to go. 1 more deep inhale, get as tall as you can. Slowly bring it back to center. Uncross the legs, and we'll do the other side. Left leg crosses over the right thigh. Sitting up as tall as you can. That right hand wraps around wherever feels good. So find that position that feels good for you. Lifting up tall through the spine, push out through that right heel, and then slowly open into that twist. And you may notice one side twists much further than the other. That is definitely the case for me. Just finding your breath here, sitting up as tall as you can. Use that left hand like a second spine to press you gently upward as you twist. One more deep inhale. Slowly bring yourself back to center. Uncross the legs, reach them long in front of you, sit up tall on those sit bones, and take an inhale, lifting the arms up. As you exhale, go ahead and dive forward, going into a nice forward fold here on the mat. Reach out towards the feet, and take an inhale, flexing the feet and lengthening through the back. So again, if we need to, we could bend the knees so we get that length in our spine so we're not crumpling in our backs. Exhale, point the toes, round through the back. And then inhale, flex the feet and lengthen through the back. Two more. Point the toes, reaching through the spine, rounding forward. Inhale, flex the feet, lengthening up. One more time, exhale. This is a great little spot. You can give yourself a foot massage if you want. Stimulating the feet is really good for digestion. And lengthening it up. Big breath in. Pause here. Take a moment. And from here, I want you to go ahead and relax your feet. So just relax, not pointing. Allow your spine to rebuild, starting in your tailbone. So really think about it. Tailbone finds its position on the mat. Let your arms just drag along the thighs. Rebuilding your spine one little bone at a time, coming all the way up tall. The shoulders stack over tops of the hips. The collarbone spreads wide open, and the head stacks up on top of it all. Take a deep breath in, just letting your hands rest on your thighs. Exhaling it all out. On this one, as you inhale, see if you could get a little bit taller in your back. As you exhale, try not to lose that height. Stay tall. One more big breath like that. Inhale. And exhale everything out, staying nice and tall, lifted. And you guys are done. Thank you for joining me. Hope you have a great rest of your day.